In the future, we lost everything, guys. We'll never get it back.
All those powers.
Oh, man. All those powers. We'll never experience it again.
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter, where we play Metroid Prime.
Yeah, you might notice that we finally moved past certain generations of console games.
And I am so happy that we did.
Yeah.
So, we got our ship. This is a scan. It's registered to Samus Aran. I bet it has a nice car alarm that goes off if anyone else tries to touch it.
It turns into Optimus Samus.
Yeah.
It's like Optimus Prime, but he's orange.
Let's see, there's something somewhere. Oh, yeah. So, we get these weeds here. They are the tangleweed. And they're annoying, but we can just... Oh, right, we lost the morph ball. You know, for some reason, for as many times as I played this game, I always forget that I lose the morph ball, because in later games, you don't lose the morph ball.
It's such a... I think that's a fair one, because it's such a useful early game.
They actually put the morph ball fairly far away in this game, too. Unlike the original Metroid, where you just have to walk left. So, we have these territorial insects that are about to learn the order of things around here.
I like how Samus is just, like, stopping, just like, these votes are interesting. I'm gonna scan them. What do I learn? Aww.
I love that. Apparently the scan visor is actually like a really late addition to the game, but it's so cool where it's just like you get a reading on it. It's like, oh, it has a name and it has a description, and it helps to flesh out the world. I remember I was really like fascinated with it when I played the game.
The idea that it was a very late edition is just like, man, how are you supposed to get into the story?
Yeah. Blowing this up is significant because you can actually use it to damage enemies in the area if they get too close to it. Yeah. It's a whole world of like living things.
A whole new world.
A brand new place with things to kill.
Oh God, it's biting me. It's crystal clear.
I'm gonna have to kill everything on this rock.
A whole new world. Now, anyway.
I mean, I swear, that's kind of like Samus commits genocide on a daily basis, it seems like.
We should talk. Well, you know, this is why I ship her with Captain Falcon. You know, so Captain Falcon seems like the right person to not commit genocide. He just cheats at racing.
Oh man, elevators. The GameCube that this was originally released. Wait a second. Does she look wide to you?
A little bit.
Oh man, so these must have been like... Yeah, no, she's back to normal now. There's like something pre-rendered about that, like, or they didn't fix the camera settings for the elevators.
Samus was just pumping up and just lost all her muscle mass as she went up.
Incoming scan data. Abnormal size big activity detected. Hey, bug.
Die.
Yeah, so this is their hint system where they show you the room that something is in, and they give you kind of like a minor hint as to what that something might possibly be, or at least that there's something weird going on.
Okay.
And I actually know this game well enough that I usually turn it off, but what do you think? Should we keep it on just for that?
Let's keep it on for the people at home playing.
Yeah. Just in case I have a brain fart.
Yeah, because clearly people are watching this and playing at the same time, trying to mimic your movements.
I do that for some Let's Plays. I've done that. I try to get ahead of the Let's Player.
Nah, sometimes like when...
So we got some lore here. We learn about the Chozo. And so they talk about how the Chozo were actually like a really technologically advanced race, and then they decided they didn't want to do that anymore.
Fucking bird people. They can't make up their minds.
Well, they wanted to return to nature, and so they came to this planet, and they returned to the old ways, and they made this beautiful place.
Aw, good for them, good for them.
Yeah, it's like this crossing of... It's like Star Wars, kind of, with, like, the Force being this, like, space mysticism in an otherwise high-tech world.
Yeah, that's fair. A lot of shows and movies actually do that, like Gundam has some new type of phenomenon.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
Oh yeah, so look at how easy it is to shoot at these things with the Wii controller. I love it. Oh, we need to scan this.
You're just like, die, die, pitiful insects, die.
Yep, got a blast shield blocking access, so if we try to shoot it, can't.
Can you actually ricochet off them to kill enemies?
That's a good question, actually. I think I might have tried it, but I don't know that I've ever succeeded. Is the door a scan? The door is not a scan in this game. The door is a scan in later games. Metroid Prime 3 has multiple door designs, like different designs for each planet. Because this game takes place across one planet.
So...
You're scared.
That makes sense.
So, oh, by the way, these corridors exist for a very specific reason.
Why?
These are loading screens.
Oh. Oh, it's like the elevators in Mass Effect.
Well, like that elevator we went to was also a loading screen, but the fact that these corridors are letting the game load on the fly rather than actually interrupting you is ingenious.
Nah, BioWare tried to do that in the first Mass Effect game, where you would...
I hear they have long elevators.
Well, they would have characters like converse during the elevator, so it wasn't always bad.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
So sometimes you'd get like character bits from them. But my god, BioWare games, I hate to see that studio fall.
Many long years have passed since we Chozo first took root on this land. So you piece together the story of what the Chozo did and how they became more spiritual, but then something led to the downfall of their civilization.
Yeah.
Also treat.
This is what crack cocaine does to people.
Then the drug dealers moved in. Drug birds.
Drug birds.
Oh yeah, so you gotta scan everything.
Should we just call Chozo drug birds from now on? That's what I'll call them.
Please don't.
But the legendary drug birds.
War wasp. So another like aggressive life form that wants to just defend its territory.
Look, you gotta kill off Waspinator's relatives. This has to happen. Waspinator! Oh god, my family's dead! Why does life hate Waspinator?
Yeah, it's having like really high-tech stuff mixed in with really ancient stuff does kind of make me think of Beast Wars.
It kind of does. It reminds me very much of the setting. Like, I could imagine this being like an episode where it's like Optimus Primal has to get the morph ball.
he will transform it into a form.
It's the new Triple Changer Optimus Prime. It's a morph ball Prime.
Yeah, these guys get in your way. But even like this is ostensibly a loading screen.
Yeah.
But it's just... Yeah, Chozo sculpture crafted in honor of Talon's star. So they have artwork. They just have things that are just artwork in this game.
So do you think Samus is actually not a bounty hunter but a launch critic? She's just going around playing?
I think she's pest control.
Yeah, she just wants to preserve the Ark, man, away from the bug creatures.
I mean, her pest control business involved wiping out an entire species.
Well, that's what you have to do sometimes when they just eat up your brain.
Right.
How can Samus...
I don't like killing creatures that are not aggressive towards me in this game, but sometimes you have to, because they will damage you.
I always hate doing that sometimes.
Yeah, like this creature's kind of in your way. I guess we can't morph ball around, so we either have to wait...
Just kill him.
It's just a bug.
It's just a firefly thing.
It's like... yeah. Now, here we go. So this is the location they gave us. Yeah. So, we sprung some kind of trap, it seems like.
Oh god, it was a trap!
Yeah.
It's a trap!
And so this is Hive Mecha.
Hive
unit programmed to work with predatory high fidelity. See, the Chozo were super intelligent about the way they designed their place, too. Oh wait, I do need to scan these, I think. Yeah, because these are a special type of War Wasp. Ram War Wasp. Alright, now you guys are dead. Also, if you look at the left where it says warning, that is actually like a threat gauge that fluctuates based on local environment hazards. So it's responding to the fact... Oh yeah, it's really cool. It's responding to the fact that I'm near the acid water.
Oh. So it warns you of, like, stuff going around.
Yeah, it goes crazy when you're in the vomit.
Warning,
Basically,
warning.
it never goes down from the max value.
Warning, warning, you're fucked. Just give up and die. Warning, warning.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Samus Aran. Oh wait, sorry, dead. Never mind. Why am I even here?
So, yeah, the Chozo were really clever. They were like, hey, rather than build an actual robot that's going to like patrol this area or something, they're just like, let's get something that can like use ultrasonic waves to trigger the local predators to attack. And that way, it's like really disguised and just one with nature.
They're just like, yo, man, we're just gonna pat some people. Oh God! Your trap killed Timmy! Oh, no,
I was gonna say, bee stings from these things are probably deadly regardless.
Not Jimmy. He was allergic to bees. How could you? It seemed like
God, if you get stung by that and you're allergic to bees, you just like swell up and explode.
You explode like a Power Ranger.
Yeah, you dramatically fall into the background and sparks shoot up.
And just pull off, and the beast just stands there looking cool like a redhead.
The bee turns to the camera and puts its sword away.
Yeah. Just like... Just the worst.
Well, like some sort of rock music's playing. Alright, I keep trying to catch these things.
Go,
Because
killer bee!
if you leave them alone, they kind of like stop moving. But I'm trying to take advantage of the fact that I can like kind of wing them. Alright, it's just like Zen on the radar. Yeah, you can watch the radar go crazy.
Yeah, I assume like all classic enemies, this guy only takes 3 hits and he's dead.
No, that rule does not apply to Metroid in any way. Ooh, I need to be paying more attention to the damage I'm taking.
Yeah, you're like a 29, dude.
Yeah, I can read numbers.
Can you read numbers? Well then, what's 2 plus 4, man?
Damn. I tried to jump out of the way and that didn't work. Okay, whoop. 9, 8. Last one.
Kill it.
Got it. Okay. Open. Dead? Yeah.
Well, oh look, he took 3 hits and he's dead.
Oh, 3 heads. We did knock it up to veteran difficulty for the fun of it.
Yeah. So we are playing on...
We can do it.
I believe
I'm just
in
getting
us.
warmed up. Missile launcher acquired.
Oh man, soon we'll eventually have full armor Samus.
Yep, so now these hatches go boom. And hey, solution to our little energy problem.
Yay, we got an energy tank.
Excellent.
For a minute there, I thought it was only going to go up to 13.
Oh, okay, so look at this. This gives us 5 rounds. So they actually created a new power-up for the PAL version of the game. The original one used the other graphic and just did 5 all the time.
Okay.
But now we have like 3 and 5. So yeah, we are also at full health. And conveniently, rocks fall from the ceiling to let us back out of this room. I love the little details of how they put the world together so that you can get in and out of places.
You're just, yeah, this game is very well designed overall. Man, all that slaving at Retro Studios really paid off.
Oh, well, you know what the craziest thing is?
What?
This is Retro Studios' first game.
Jesus Christ, seriously. Did they have any other experience, like, people beforehand, or is this like...
Apparently not too much.
Like, oh...
Like, they were just a new studio in Texas.
Imagine, like, this being the first game you made. That's, like, peaking.
Yeah, like, Nintendo was shopping around, like, who's gonna make the next Metroid game. And they, like, proposed, I think it was. And because they showed off a first-person shooter idea they already had, and they were like, we can turn this into Metroid. So yeah, I just destroyed that wall with a missile and got a missile power-up, and we're gonna get a lot of those.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Soon we'll have all the missiles.
Oh, also now we can go into this room. And got ourselves a map.
Like, the other 2 Metroids are also pretty good, I'll say, out of the trilogy, but, you know, like, imagine this being your first game ever. Like, that's insane to me.
Nah, man. Metroid Prime 2 is maddeningly complex in some places, and I think the reaction to that was then to make Metroid Prime 3 simpler than kind of the first 2 in some ways. But it's definitely kind of a unique thing. I would look forward to Let's Build that too.
Yeah, but...
We got the trilogy right here.
Yeah, like, it's... God, like I said, it's like peaking early. At least with Naughty Dog through its very generations, there was like,
Yeah, there was more of a build-up.
But like
No,
this,
they make the Donkey Kong Country Returns games now at Retro Studios, and those are supposedly like super good platformers.
I've heard nothing but good things about them. It's
Yeah.
like, what is Retro Studios taking? Is it like taking super game pills or something?
I don't know. Well, they made a deal with Nintendo. That's probably how it got started.
Like Miyamoto's
Well, Space
actually
Cadets,
the
we
devil?
now have the missiles, and our playthrough of Metroid Prime will continue next time on Hal Dave's Trip to Jupiter.
What is in the water near Retro Studios? What is in it?